you can always add more to a painting, but you need to realize that the painting's already been done.
Like, at what day and moment was I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore?
Right.
I wish I could go back and kick that son of a bitch in the dick.
Whatever somebody's going through, even the little things are things that progressively get bigger. There's ways around it. There's ways to go through it. There really is.
Everything has a consequence. Everything changes with every decision that you make.
This is Me versus Me. Going to war. I don't know if that's ever going to get old. Well, I appreciate you coming on, sir.
Of course, brother.
I don't know your fucking last name.
You can just put it under Michael.
Your last name, Michael?
Shane Michael.
Shane Michael. Okay. Well, Shane, I appreciate it. Brought a little gift with you. Your drink of choice. I always love a little poison of choice. These are gin.
These are gin.
How would you have guessed that? Because it doesn't fucking say gin anywhere.
The Finnish legend.
Okay, so I'm assuming if you know gin, then you know what that is.
Yes.
Copy that. I'm retarded.
Gin used to be inspired originally from Wiz Khalifa.
Mm.
He used to rap about it.
No shit.
First started drinking it when I was a teenager. Took a long break off from it, and then a couple years ago started going back out, and my buddy turned me onto it. Gin and Sprite.
Gin and Sprite. Sounds good. Sprite's always good, dude.
Crack these babies open.
Sprite is even good with fucking whiskey.
Oh yeah.
I chose ice.
I even like a nice Crown Apple in Sprite.
I haven't but recently started drinking Crown Apple, and I do kind of enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not an apple guy.
Apple's the best flavor.
Yeah, not normally in my favorite. Like, even Jack has their apple shit, but Jack's apple is overbearing.
Jack's Apple's good. It is strong though. Do you like the peach Crown?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I found it hard not to. So, I do like, with, it was one of the apples, I don't know, around Halloween time you make caramel apple drinks.
Okay.
I can't remember for the life of me how to make it now, so that's cool. Anyhow, let's try this.
This is good, man. It's like a loaded Sprite.
It's good. It's refreshing. It's
A little tart.
a little tart. I kind of like it though. It is light and refreshing. All right, gin brought to the table. I'll take it. Because last night I was Twisted Tea Man. I don't know if you remember that.
I sure don't, actually.
Oh God.
Oh, you had
I had the box
mask
on my
on.
head,
Yeah,
and I
okay.
trusted him to make a mouth hole with it on my face.
You didn't use a knife, did you?
Yep.
Wow.
I used my fucking switchblade.
Wow.
I was like, well, one of my more questionable decisions in life, and I'm going to let this happen.
Hell yeah. Twisted Tea, man.
I forgot that there's some people at work that have us on Snapchat. And she comes up and she goes, "What's up, Twisted Tea Man? How you feeling today?" I was like, fuck. Oh, shit. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. So,
Yeah, Margarita Monday was a great time.
yeah. Was that your first time?
Pretty much.
Oh, shit.
You know?
All right. Well, hopefully we have you more.
Oh yeah. I'll be back. Except for when the old bartender cuts me off again.
Bitch.
Dude was like, I saw you sitting down, man, because I tried to order 3. He's like, we have a limit of 3. He's like, I saw you sitting down. I was like, can I get 2? He's like, all right.
They cut you off there?
Because I went to the bar.
Oh.
The old bald guy.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's a dick. I don't know how we get away with it, because last night I think I had, I do 9 to myself.
Jesus.
And they just, I don't know if it's because we're loyal, they know we can deal with it, what the case is, but if you start going with us, that you don't give too much of a fuck.
The waitress is cool. She didn't care. Everyone that was waiting on us was like, how many do you guys need? So, it's pretty much easy.
Yeah, last week I fucking ordered 4 to myself.
Nice.
Yeah, that was an accident, but I was like, if you bring them, I'll take them.
Oh, yeah.
And she did.
It's definitely digging the frozen ones more than the regular.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're a little bit nice. Anyway, are you from here?
Born and raised.
Oh, like
Yeah.
actually born and raised?
Yep.
You got ourselves a natural. You don't see that very often.
Yeah. I was raised at 7th Street in Union,
Really?
right down the street.
Right down the fucking street, man.
My dad used to go to that elementary school right there, Village Meadows.
Really?
Yeah, whatever it's called right there.
The one in... Oh, I forget. There's
right
one.
up. Yeah, 21st.
I forgot about that one. What is it called? I don't know. That's pretty crazy. How old are you?
That's crazy. Be 32 in a couple weeks.
Okay, so you're a little bit younger than me.
How old are you?
35.
Okay.
I went to the elementary school that's in the 19th and Union,
Oh yeah.
in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there. Well, it used to be called Desert Winds, and then they changed it. It's not. It used to be in trailers and shit when I went there.
Nice.
A lot's fucking changed.
Yeah, I went over at Mirage on 39th and Union,
Mm-hmm.
Deer Valley High School. Just a good old neighborhood guy.
It used to be a good old fucking neighborhood.
Yeah.
This area used to be the place to be, you know,
Yeah.
back in our day.
This is like how it is up on Happy Valley and Joe Max.
Yeah,
Back
yeah, yeah.
in the day, this was the limit, the city limit.
Yep, we saw before the 101.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That shit was crazy.
I used to ride my bike on that shit when it was being built.
Yep, that big old mound of shit. Yep, we used to go walk our dogs and everything.
Hell yeah. I saw my dog get smacked by a car while they were building that thing
Oh fuck!
because we had him off the leash. You know where that graveyard's at on like 7th Avenue or Central?
On the other side.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We used to walk back and forth right there, and we had one. The other one was trying to get him back across Beardsley, and he just ran out the wrong time, and this dude just plowed him, man. And I was probably like 6.
Oh,
I was going through it. My dad didn't know what to do. He ended up just burying him in the desert because this was like mid 90s.
that's what you did. You just buried him fucking
Yeah.
wherever and called it a day.
Just bury your dog in the desert. Good times.
Good fucking times.
It's crazy what you remember once you start talking about something.
Yeah, yeah. That's it's the only thing I see in my head now is just like walking where the 101 used to be.
You
Me and my parents thought it was funny to like walk through the construction site.
know? Oh yeah. My dad always moved around to newer houses, new developments, so we would always take the dogs out on a walk and go mess around in the frames of the houses and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd steal the ring of nails and all the cock guns they left over and shit. Climb around on the tractors.
You said you went to Deer Valley High School?
Deer Valley, baby.
Yeah, that was Barry Goldwater.
Oh, uh-oh.
Nice little rivals.
Yeah, really.
They used to be.
That's funny.
Do you remember the field fights they used to have?
Not in particular.
They'd get like it was like all the jocks and shit, and like all the big guys. They'd fucking set it up to where they'd meet up in a giant field and just have a giant fucking brawl.
So stupid.
Yeah.
I remember getting into some shit with the Mountain Ridge kids.
It's Mountain Ridge, though.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Mountain Ridge thought they were hot shit. Little rich kids.
That was North Canyon too.
Well,
That's where Alex went.
my cousin went there.
Bunch of fucking snobs.
They used to fight in the park right behind their high school,
Mm-hmm.
like across from that mountain right there.
Mm-hmm.
They just used to do that all day.
There's a big ass park back there, and it's hidden.
Yep. It's perfect.
Are your parents still together?
Nope. Divorced when I was like 2.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's easy, man. It's better than having 2 people stay together who aren't supposed to be together.
Yeah, I won't disagree with that.
Because when I was younger, I didn't understood why.
Mhm.
And then as you get older, you're like, oh, these are 2 totally different people.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. They had me young, too, man. They were kids.
Oh yeah.
They were like 19.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So your parents kind of got raised with you
You know,
in that sense, you know.
we all grew up together.
We all grew up together.
That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit of self-development everywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Were they cordial?
Yeah, oh yeah. Definitely like mutual time, communication, events, all that stuff.
That's something I'm honestly more interested in hearing about because you don't ever see it.
It's dope, man. It's a great example of if it can't work out, we'll try our best for the kid. You know, do whatever we can, split days. Both of them started going to college. They would alter days, weekends, all that good stuff.
It sucks. It really sucks that that's a success story in my mind because, like, you know, that's like the best case scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no faking. There's no forced. There's no negativity like that. You know, it's all just the conversation you should fucking have, and
Yeah.
and everything's done as healthy as it can be.
Yep. Plus, I had a big influence from my grandparents
Mm-hmm.
because they were trying to get their lives together being so young, school, work, and I'd always stay at my grandparents' house. Then they'd come pick me up before school, after school with the grandparents, and then night times with the parents. It's nice, man. Honestly, kind of being raised in like 3 different environments, 3 different households, you know?
Yeah.
Seeing it, getting it from all points of view. All points of view.
Do you think that had any adverse effects on you as a 30-year-old now?
I would say yes and no. The biggest part growing up for me was switching into that identity of which environment I was in. Because dad was totally different from mom. They were both totally different from grandma and grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to blend in as best I could and, of course, be myself, but things were totally different at dad's house than they were at mom's house. You know what I mean? And then at grandparents, you just get spoiled. You could do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you kind of have to fall into this identity of, okay, I'm with this person now. Let's try to do it their way. With this person now, let's try to do it their way. Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then as soon as I started driving, I was never at home.
Yeah, I could see that.
I started working. I lied when I was 14 on a job application and told them I'd be 16 in a couple months when really I'd be turning 15. And I got a job at the mall, and I saved up some money, and I bought my first car right after I got my permit. And I was gone, baby, just working, going to school. They got so bad that I was so influenced by work, I would ditch high school and just go to work early.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But I worked in a restaurant. I was a prep cook and then eventually a line cook at a restaurant by like 17. So they were like, can you come in early today? I was like, yeah, sounds good. Be here at noon. And I would either go to school or I wouldn't, and then I would just go to work all day. And when you're that young and you're making somewhat decent money
Mm-hmm.
for your age, you don't see education as the long run.
No.
At least I didn't.
No, you get a taste of a new kind of freedom,
Yeah.
and it fucking changes things quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially growing up around older people when you're a teenager. Bad influences, going out, working, all that stuff at a really young age.
That's definitely one thing I can associate with a little bit more is, I'm not gonna say like I grew up at a bar, but I fucking may as well have. So I saw how highly it was held, you know, and the importance of what they thought was the greatest point in their life, I guess. I don't really know, but
Yeah.
so it's always been a little bit more glorified for in my brain,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure I don't have to tell you I like drinking.
It's just weird thinking about it because you never know which path you're going to go down.
Yeah.
You could tell yourself all day you're never going to be like that if you think negatively of a person or their situation, and they just kind of fall into it. Same habits, same patterns.
I was talking about this a little bit yesterday with my guest. I didn't. You don't know a whole lot about my story, which is okay, but I didn't have my parents from like 15 up.
Oh, okay.
I was on my own. Survival mode was just all I knew. So, hearing like that you had to choose or figure out your own identity, that's like I've never even thought about that as a scenario because I didn't know what mine was
Oh,
for,
yeah.
for so long. I didn't know who the fuck I was. I just knew that it was cool to be. It was cool to be popular, and it was cool to be around fucking people and drinking and shit, you know. And I never went so far as to get me into like trouble or really bad, worse health issues. But it was definitely a highlight for me. I forgot where I was going with that.
That's rough, man. Do you care if I ask what happened?
When I was like 14, my mom got sick. She got terminally ill, I guess you could say. She still is. But when that happened, they kind of took like, it took a weird fucking turn, because at that point in time, my dad who was never really a loud father figure to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Like, my mom wore the pants for sure.
Mm-hmm.
My dad that had already halfway been there, even though he was always physically there, now chose to stick by her side while she was sick. And she was fucked up beyond communication for a long time.
Wow.
So when that happened, I just moved in with my brother at like 15 or 16, and I didn't get through high school. I mean, I finished 12, all the grades, but
Yeah.
I was never book smart. So I just moved in with my brother, and I went to work,
Yeah.
and that was just yeah.
It's kind of just what you did.
Yeah, I'm the baby of 4 siblings. That's all kind of makes for a real nice broken story too, for another time. But it was weird, man. So not knowing, I never had any of the guidance,
Okay.
like going into my adulthood and going into my 20s.
Yeah.
I never had any kind of a hand to hold or any kind of an idea what the fuck I was supposed to be actually doing.
Yep.
I just knew that I had to go figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
So
And that's what you do. You get up every day and you go to work,
yeah.
no matter what it is.
Yeah, there was always so many fucking questions in my head. And I guess you could say that that's kind of why it led me to this.
Yeah.
Because I figured if there was any way for me to ask a bunch of questions and get to know how better things are, then this would be it.
This is a great outlet for that.
It's a platform for sure.
Yep.
So, the idea, like I said, of having to iron out the ones that you do have and figure out which one belongs to you truly is fucking crazy.
It is.
That
man.
almost sounds more stressful than
Not only that, it's always going to change.
yeah.
Over time, it'll always change.
That's another motherfucker about it.
You know? It's crazy.
We're at an age right now where, as much as we'd like to say we have a handle on things, we're gonna start learning truly what the fuck it is that we're doing.
Yeah.
You know.
No matter how old you are, you always think you have it figured out.
Yeah, I
And
know
then-
that to be true.
5 years down the road, you're like, I was an idiot.
Yeah.
I got a grip on it now. 5 years later,
I'm a fucking idiot.
I'm a fucking idiot, dude.
Oh shit, that's the fucking truth,
So I'm glad we have power.
man. Yeah, we got it all squared away.
I'm glad everything's fixed.
That little accident.
Some dumbass with a hatchet broke the main source of power to the studio on Saturday.
Oh, that shit was so worth it. You just come out and you're standing there like, I'm fucking sorry, man.
Thank God we both know an electrician to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Seth, for your support.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Nobody saw me actually do it.
Did you? Oh, no, I didn't. I remember I was standing in the kitchen. I saw the lights go out on the back patio. I was like, oh, that's not good.
I know. I thought it was a comet or a shooting star or something. I didn't know what happened. Meteor could have hit and took those lights out. Someone could have crashed a car into the power box on that block. No idea how they went out.
Oh, God. That's fucking hilarious. I'm sure we've already talked about it once or twice, but I don't remember. Where do you work right now?
Currently just quit my job.
Oh, you did go through with that.
I did.
You mentioned that this morning, I think.
I was basically working and selling boats and boat parts, lifestyle, life jackets, safety equipment, all that stuff. It's basically like an auto zone for boats, but then we sold kayaks, dinghies, anything you found on our website. People would come in, order it up for them, stuff like that. Boat would get delivered, they come pick it up.
Where was this?
43rd and Bell, West Marine.
They fucking did all that?
Mm-hmm.
I've passed that store so many fucking times in my life.
I drove past that store 200 times in my life and never stepped foot in
Right.
until I got hired.
Never had a reason to,
Yeah.
personally. Wow.
But yeah, I grew up in restaurants. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what I know.
Mm.
That's what I'm good at. I'm good at managerial work, holding people accountable. I'm good at cooking. I like to think so. And I can follow a recipe, man. A lot of people can't.
Yeah, like, it sounds simple, but...
It's extremely simple. You're literally following directions.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you, what's your style of food?
Italian.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely Italian.
Interesting. I'd like to see that happen.
The last project I was a part of was Fired Pie. Have you heard of them?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I was with them from when they were 6 months old until they were 6 years old. And we grew, at the time, they had 3 locations when I got hired, 22 by the time I left. And I had a big hand in developing a lot of those restaurants, starting them, or if they would let a manager go, I would walk in with a 90-day plan or 120-day plan and turn that restaurant back around. Get sales up, get labor down, get out the people that don't want to be there, hire people who do want to be there, make sure food quality was on point, hold people accountable, and do the damn thing. I switched, almost a dozen restaurants. I'd go down to Tucson and open 2 restaurants, go to Avondale and do that.
This is all the Fired Pie?
Yep.
Those weren't franchise?
No, 3 dudes who used to work for California Pizza Kitchen.
Mm.
They were higher up executives. One was in charge of the whole West Coast. The other one was in charge of the Midwest. They oversaw 300 locations apiece. They got fired a couple months before they were going to retire. So they started Fired Pie. Yeah, pretty smart.
Fucking wise. Is there any CPKs available?
Yeah, they're still around.
Huh.
I know there's one off there like Scottsdale and Shea.
But there's not nearly as many as there are Fired Pies.
Well, Fired Pie is only in Arizona.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Only in Arizona.
It seems like over the last, we'll say 10 years for good measure, there's been a really weird influx of restaurants
Uh-huh.
that have flooded, dude. Some of them made it and some of them fucking didn't.
It's the investments, man. Especially Blaze Pizza was our competitor,
Mhm.
and they had LeBron James as an investor.
Fuck.
So they went nationwide. Mod Pizza's nationwide, but Fired Pie was your first concept in Arizona like that.
So these people just bring something to a board table and get financing for several locations,
100%.
make it look new and fucking great, and
Yep.
and if they make it, then they don't. Or
The thing is those 3 styles of pizza are based off of Chipotle, and Chipotle took the fuck off.
yeah, they did.
You walk in, you build your own thing, you go and sit down.
Mm.
All the pizza places, you walk in, you build your own pie, they throw it in the oven, and it cooks under 5 minutes.
Mhm.
And then you're out and you're
How the
done.
fuck do you say no to that?
Exactly. How is that not a brilliant business concept?
It is, because everybody loves pizza.
I hope no one fucking steals this. I wouldn't want to do that with pasta. You build your own pasta dish, turn around, you build it in the pan, down the line, turn around, whip it up real quick on the grill, serve it out.
So it's it's one of those restaurants where you just get all your shit cold and bring it to the table.
That,
What's it called? I can't fucking remember.
I don't know which one you're talking about, brother.
They have the grill with the guy that cooks in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Like Genghis Grill and shit.
Yeah, I can't remember what the style's called. but
Hibachi.
Hibachi grill.
Yeah. Benihana is also...
That wouldn't be fucking bad if you had a giant walk behind you with one guy just whipping up shit.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's a brilliant idea. Nobody's allowed to fucking take that.
I know.
That's been copyrighted already.
Working on the trademark already.
Fucking dicks.
Actually, I just got the email. It's finished.
Mm.
So yeah, man, I'd love to have my own food trailer, food truck, little spot. I even thought about going to like New York or Chicago and opening up just a trailer, man. Whip up some sandwiches.
This is a question because I don't know what I know what real Italian food is like, but is your idea going to stand up to the assholes that think they need the real shit?
No, I wouldn't do Italian food. I would do something so minuscule and basic where you specialize in that handful of same options of the one type of food.
Okay, so not necessarily Italian, but
No,
your own style of flavors.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. 'Cause that's always been my thing is like if you take something like that or pizza, they try and expand east. I feel like those guys are gonna eat you a fucking life.
Yeah, you're gonna get shit all day.
Yeah.
That's why no one thinks Californians can make pizza. It's just a thing, man. That's why a lot of people, including myself, think pineapple shouldn't be on pizza. You know, that was one of the oldest foods of time: bread, sauce, and cheese.
Yeah.
And then you gradually add to it, make it your own.
Mhm.
Pizza is extremely different in Italy than it is in America. It's extremely different.
That's what I hear.
It is. Flavors are different.
I would love to have traditional pizza. And we're out here, so I'm not going to tell you that I have. I don't think I've ever had traditional, like
No, I
truly
haven't either.
traditional pizza.
No.
But
It's hard, man. I've never been out of the country except for Mexico.
this is why I'm so damn attached to watching Dave Portnoy fucking do his pizza test.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's he going now?
Yep.
Will he ever get a 10? Is my question.
No.
Fucking no.
No. No one's never going to get a 10.
Ah, damn.
No one's going to get higher than a 9.5.
It scares me, dude, because he came out here, went to North Scottsdale,
Yep.
and gave him, like, I think he gave some of these restaurants a fucking 8.
Dude,
I want to know why.
there's a spot downtown he went to, Pizza Bianco, something like that. And that's highly rated nationwide. That shit's been on diners, drive-ins, and dives. It's really good pizza, and they're all personal pizzas. A lot of these spots are chefs who just specialize in one thing now.
Now I gotta look it up.
Are you talking about Trevor's?
Huh?
Trevor's liquor store, where he had the really good pizza in North Scottsdale?
No, I remember something about orange being in the title.
Okay.
I want
This was recent, yeah?
to, as far as I know,
Yeah.
I think it was like the Kierland area.
Okay.
Don't quote me, but I feel like that's where he was. Pizzeria Bianco. It's fucking in the middle of the fucking freeways. Going in there is like a shit show trying to get in there.
Downtown is so massive now.
I know.
There's so many people here.
4.4. Wow. Wow. Next time I go downtown. I like it. It looks like a little shithole place. Personal pizzas.
Yeah, they do good work, I hear.
Sweet.
Oh, man.
Well, next destination.
When's the last time you went downtown to drink?
I would say it wasn't to drink, it was for a concert.
Okay.
But that's the last time I've drank downtown.
Yeah, yeah.
I went to the Van Buren.
Nice.
So.
It's a nice venue.
Dude, I loved it.
You
I
like-
was worried because it was fucking small.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
It's intimate, though.
Do you like Crescent Ballroom?
I don't think I've ever been.
It's right down the street. But yeah, it's the same exact thing.
Is it like a show? It's a show venue?
Yep.
Cool.
Went to a couple emo nights there.
You don't seem like the type to indulge in that stuff,
I love all that shit, man.
do you?
I love music.
You kind of remind me, now that we've been talking about it more, you're the corporate restaurant guy that surprises everybody when he gets drunk.
I'm pretty predictable. I keep shit the same. I love rap music the most. But I can get down on some emo stuff where everyone in that concert in that little venue is singing word for word of every song. That's awesome. Man.
What time did you leave last night?
I guess midnight.
Because, dude, we were having a fucking concert in the kitchen.
I missed that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we were jamming hard for a fucking couple hours.
Yeah, I missed that apparently.
This is like, God.
Decided to go to a buddy's house where they were shirtless wrestling.
Okay, well, that's a close second.
Close second, yeah.
It's a close second.
And it's no bueno, man. No bueno. I don't really remember going there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Which is never cool.
No,
Not responsible.
drink responsibly, kids.
That's right.
I don't know really what that means, but drink responsibly.
Yeah,
Stay fucking home or stay wherever you're at.
exactly.
Oh shit! Yeah, we had a. I'm borderline surprised the cops didn't get called on just us four.
Wow.
I mean, we had the music up.
Really?
Yeah, it was a fucking blast.
Jeez. I wish I would have stayed for that.
We were fucking. We get to a certain point, him and I, where we'll just start passing the phone back and forth, and just start fucking song after song and just jamming, dude.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah, we both seem to enjoy it quite a bit.
That's a good time.
This stuff is really refreshing.
Isn't it good? I'm glad you like it, man.
I'm like sipping on it more and more, and it's nice.
They go down easier.
Yeah,
I like it because it reminds me of a white wine. It's kind of tart like a white wine.
I need to have a fucking wine night in here.
Wine and some mead. Get some homegrown mead.
I haven't had wine in so fucking long, and every time I do, I'm like, it's oddly satisfying to do.
Yep. It's amazing, man.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I was
that'd
talking
be
to
cool.
someone the other night about mead. It was probably you. Yeah. And for those who don't know, sitting next to us is Seth.
Seth is in this bitch.
I love mead, man. I have a boy who I grew up with. He has a house, a regular house in a neighborhood, but he's turned his whole backyard into a garden and an herb plantation, and he has chickens.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's really doing his own thing. He'll grow maybe 2 to 3 dozen different plants at a time, whatever's in season. Harvest it, jar it, cook with it. Chickens, free-range eggs, fresh meat. He has birds that produce eggs and birds that he raises for meat.
My sister and her husband are. He's got an amazing green thumb, man.
Nah,
And they're doing all. He does all his own gardening.
takes a lot of time, man.
He is brilliant, and I want to say he went to cooking school because that motherfucker, some of his creations, you're like, what in the fuck?
Yep,
How did you do this?
it's awesome, dude.
They have chickens, so fresh eggs all the time. They make their own. Well, they don't make their own compost, but they make their own like rotten, like the plant-based compost.
Okay,
They recycle all that shit.
yep. It's
And
cool, man. It's a great way to live. Be sustainable on yourself.
I'm actually a little bit frustrated with myself that I can't yet.
Yeah.
I've tried gardening a couple times, and it's just
There's books out there, man, especially if you get people who know what they're doing and come over and walk you through something, walk you through the setup or whatever. Then the internet's your best friend also.
I suppose you're right about the little supercomputers we have.
Yeah.
I think I'm also gonna be fucking irate if I finally get something to succeed and my dogs destroy it.
Yeah. You have to build a fence for those fuckers.
Like, you guys are going next.
Yeah.
Fuck you. People don't like when I make those jokes. I tell my dog all the time, like, I'm gonna put your ass in the smoker next. You don't quit it.
I was just gonna piggyback off that, but I'm not going to. 'Cause that's a whole different way.
They're a good food reserve if I have to, but I'll leave it alone.
Saying, man, I've probably ate dog once or twice in Mexico without knowing it.
Hey, you can't be so mad about other people's cultures.
No, of course not.
You know what I mean?
Embrace it.
People get really, really touchy around that one, but
The best tacos I ever had were from a little cart on the beach in Ensenada, and I didn't know what type of meat it was. And there was no menu. And I don't think it was beef. Definitely wasn't chicken. Could have been pork, but it may have been something else. It was the best tacos I've ever had.
the other thing that other cultures indulge in is horse.
Oh, yeah.
You know, which
yeah.
rightfully so. I'm sorry, but
It's big in Europe,
mhm.
and it's only because there are other countries that don't eat beef, or they eat goat. They don't eat cows necessarily.
Oh, you know what? I guess there are some cultures. Like, now that I think about it, I think what is it? Is it Hindus? They don't eat cows.
I think they worship, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a symbol of power worship or something for the cow.
It's so bizarre.
But that's the thing, man. When you have 1 billion people You need all the options you can to feed these people.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of those countries that have so many people aren't the wealthiest. What are we going to do? We need to eat what's around us.
I suppose my fat American ass just forgets about that shit.
We have it good here, man.
We fucking do.
That's the thing.
There's definitely a lot of people on this planet that don't have the choice.
Yep.
Makes you feel like a little bit of piece of shit.
Sometimes.
I mean, right now is a pretty good time. I'm sitting in an air-conditioned studio that I built drinking gin. Oh, man. I'm going to hear a little bit about that one.
That's all right. I got your back, brother.
Who else? Now I'm thinking like, well, we don't have to talk about like the Asian culture. They sure indulge in some odd shit.
I think everyone does, man, but it's their normal.
Yeah, that's going back to it. That's the interesting part of it, is how normal it is to them.
Yeah.
So, when I have the opportunity, I try to indulge,
Oh, yeah.
which is weird, but like growing up, one of my best friends was Vietnamese.
Cool.
So, I got a lot of like pig's feet,
Okay.
and I had to try to explain how not weird it is to the rest of the American kids.
Yeah.
But everybody just thought I was gross, so I was like, well, they're fucking good, so you should try one. Pickled pig's feet was a great invention.
You'll have definitely a big backing in the South. My grandmother's father, my great-grandpa, he was a farmer and raised pigs, and he would eat pig's feet and jar them up and stuff like that. And my grandma never understood it. And then growing up, people eat it. You can see it at the store,
Mm-hmm.
and it's normal. It's just not normal to you.
And
Or me.
you can get like, they take it a step farther too. They got ears,
Yeah.
Cow
Oh,
tongue.
Yeah.
just shit like that. Yeah, cow tongue
Yeah.
is fucking great. I don't
Exactly,
care what
man.
anybody says, dude. Dip that in a little soy sauce, call it a day.
Even in the Mexican culture, it's lingua.
Mm.
It's great. Just like cabeza. It tastes just like meat, man, but it's
I do
head
like-
and tongue and all that.
I do like cabeza.
Oh, yeah.
So this is more, it kind of follows more into like the hunter's mentality. It's some of those guys that would fucking Christ would lean a little bit harder on conservationist rather than hunter. Some of those guys eat fucking nose to tail,
Yep.
and I would be one of them
Yeah.
wholeheartedly, man. Nothing goes to waste.
My dad used to go quail hunting a lot
Mm.
with my grandpa. And growing up, quail was normal or whatever, Even javelina, bro. You ever had javelina?
I have. I was just gonna say, see, that's one thing that's normal to me,
Yeah.
because I grew up eating javelina.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are, ew.
No.
I'm like, I don't know if you've ever had a javelina cooked the right way because
It's a pig, man.
it's just a pig.
It's a pig.
And they bitch about, you can fuck it up.
Yeah.
You can fuck it up, but it's just pig meat with a twist,
That and a lot of people aren't big on fish.
I've learned that one over the last 6 years.
I love a good bass, man.
I do a lot of fishing, and
cool.
and fish is in my brain, I'm guessing it's because it's such an easy form of sustainability for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat it. I'll fucking, if that's what I catch, and I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Which is a rule that I was raised on too. If you kill it or catch it, you're eating it,
Yeah.
or you better intend on eating it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I like, catfish is the easiest to catch.
Okay.
So I used to bring a lot of catfish home,
Nice.
and a lot of people don't like it because of the fish smell or whatever.
Okay. I was going to say the bottom feeder aspect of it.
A lot of people don't like that either.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Bass is good when it's done, fucking right.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do is like sunfish or bluegill,
Okay.
and just fucking fry them up on the spot whole.
Nice.
Salt and pepper, man. The amazing natural flavor that they produce.
Rip it open.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Pick at it with a fork.
Oh, yeah.
Whew. Now I want to go fishing. Do you do a lot of bass fishing?
I don't.
Have you?
Uh-huh. Yeah, growing up with my grandpa before he passed. That was his thing, man. He was always out hunting.
Mm.
He would bring elk home,
Oh,
and we couldn't use the bathroom because dude had the elk in the bathtub on ice
fucking
before he could chop it down.
yeah.
And then being so young, I couldn't go in the garage because there was blood and skin and guts everywhere. You know what I mean?
He was just draining it and cleaning it wherever he could.
Exactly.
Hmm.
My grandma was super legit on letting him do that at the house.
That's fucking pretty good. Good
Yeah.
on her.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this last, when was it? Like last April, maybe. My brother-in-law, the guy that does all the veggies,
Okay.
he grew up bass fishing,
Nice.
and he is fucking amazing. He has everything down: the style, the tees, the fucking lures, and he's got a whole ass system. And I've never been purposeful bass fishing, like never doing that for a reason, you know. It's
Yeah.
just, it's a lot of fucking work for one.
Mm-hmm.
But he brought in 9, and I followed him, his style, his lures, everything to a T,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't get one.
Really?
Yeah. The same spots. We're in the same boat.
Well,
I'm just everything, and I don't know the only thing that comes down to is I just probably wasn't teasing the lure the same way he was,
yeah.
and he's fucking got it. But
It's a science, man. Especially recently working with boats. A lot of customers would tell me about their spots, show me what they just caught and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
A couple people I've heard this from, they'll fish in the canals in the city
Mm-hmm.
with Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Have you heard this?
Not Cheerios.
Okay. So they use Cheerios. And for whatever reason, because they float or whatever, you can tell where the spot's at, where the school is.
They do this for bass?
They do this for carp in the canals.
Carp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or whatever else is in the canals.
Well,
I think it's carp.
That's where I pull a lot of cats out of.
Okay.
I go to the canal just because it's in town.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could do it after work.
Yeah.
There's lots of cat. There's carp in there.
Okay.
There's 2 types of carp in there, and one of them you can't take out.
Okay. Because some of them are for the algae eaters that the city provides.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But there is bass. There is sunfish in there. My buddy's pulled a lot of stripers out.
Okay.
But have you ever had carp?
No. I don't think
Absolutely not.
I don't think I'd eat it, bro.
I tried to follow my own rule to a T, and I took some home because
Yeah.
I caught it.
Mm.
I tried. It's a hard one to cook, man. They have little fucking paper thin bones everywhere,
Yeah.
fucking everywhere. And we go back to talking about cultures. There's some cultures that only eat carp.
Really?
Yeah, there's some parts of the Asian culture that know exactly what to do with it.
Wow.
And it's not the flavor wasn't bad, the meat wasn't bad. It was just distinct and bony.
I guess that goes back to if you're going to do something, do it well,
Yeah,
do it right.
yeah.
More times you do it, better you'll be at it.
I couldn't get behind it. I mean, the only time I actually almost succeeded was I made a soy mesquite brine
Okay.
that I brined it in for 2 days, and it helped a lot.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
It fucking wasn't bad, but then the bones.
That's the thing. Going back to that, I always got freaked out by goat.
By goat?
Yeah, like goat meat.
Yeah.
And I never thought, when I was a kid that it would be good, but it's actually extremely good. I didn't think anything was wrong with eating lamb. And growing up, all my friends are like, why do you eat lamb? And I'm like, bro, it's great.
Yeah, lamb is delicious.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of duck, too, man.
Duck?
A whole lot of duck.
Oh my god, duck has its own natural grease.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Lots of good flavor.
Bro, at Talking Stick, when they had the buffet before COVID, they had duck hot wings.
What?
Yes. On the buffet, you pay, a little bit of money or whatever, like one price. It's all you can eat.
Yeah.
And they were duck wings.
Oh.
And sometimes they'd be hot, sometimes they'd be barbecue. Extremely good.
I'm fucking mad I missed
Extremely good.
that. Damn it.
I know.
One of the things, I dabble a little bit in some of the cooking stuff.
Okay.
Probably not nearly as cultured as you are.
Don't give me that kind of credit.
I'm a barbecue guy,
Hell
so
yeah.
I like to fuck around with the meats, and
Oh, you mean with the 3 girls you have in your backyard?
one of them's gone now.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
broke anyways.
R.I.P. Fuck that grill. But I started messing around with I try to cook a little bit cleaner.
Okay.
For me, right now is not a good example because of everything that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I typically try to cook, my own meats. Try to use least grease and like oils as possible. Try to keep the preservatives down and shit like that. and I try to be like if I buy a brisket, then I'll take when you trim the fat off, I turn around and fucking make that into my own tallow
Oh, cool.
to cook with.
Yeah, yeah.
So I do stuff like that. I want to get another brisket and make my own ground beef.
Nice, dude.
I want to do that.
Do you have a meat grinder?
I don't,
Yeah.
but that's one of the things that I want to try and do. Because some guy, I mean, he said I watched a video and some guy did it and he like doubled his yield compared to the prices that you pay for already processed shit from a brisket.
Yep.
And I was like, holy shit. So
Barbecuing is an art, bro.
it really fucking is, man.
My dad has, he's got the green egg, the smoker.
I've always wanted to try one of those.
He's got the regular grill, and he's got the flat top in the backyard. Yeah, dude, he gets down.
A man of my heart.
He meal preps, every week on Sundays, and he'll whip up a bunch of shit, dude. And he has no problem eating it cold for lunch every day or dinner. You know what I mean?
That's the same thing I do.
The only thing I have a problem with is I know this is going to sound very first world of me, but I like a hot meal. I don't like, even if I cooked it yesterday, bro, reheating it for me just isn't, it's not it. It's not it. And that's the only part, the downside. I would meal prep and cook all day, but I'd rather just take the time every day, set aside 30 minutes, and just make a hot meal.
I can kind of fuck with that because with the meat, especially, the next day it's good.
Well, it's almost juicier as long as it doesn't dry out.
Yeah, and that's the thing is with the meat, you can usually get away with 1 or 2 days after. But after the fact, for one, it gets boring quick if you're
Yeah.
just eating the same fucking meat. And then for two, it's weird because if I eat it cold with all the grease that's chilled on it, that seems to fuck with my stomach more.
Well, you know what happens when it gets cold? It gets thicker.
Yeah, I mean, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It gets thicker, and it has a different effect on you from when it's hot in a liquid,
Almost like I'm getting more fat.
because it's turning into a solid, and the saturated fats are shooting through the roof.
Well, that would explain that.
That I only know that from restaurants because you don't ever keep anything unless you actually need it, or it's not meat related.
Well, that makes total sense.
It's the best part, man. I miss being in the kitchen. I miss being able to have a drink while I'm working. You know, not like a new job would stop me from doing that. But I miss the environment of just cussing. You know,
The chaos in the kitchen.
hurry the fuck up, bro. I'm ready. Are you? Where are you at? You told me 3. It's been 5. It's been 8. You know, whatever. Just on it, dude. Keeps you hot. Keeps you active. I used to be skinny when I was in kitchens.
Yeah, you're moving your ass.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
lot.
And you're eating great food whenever you can.
I've only had 2 restaurant experiences. One of them was at a retirement home.
Nice.
They had their own private kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, I would say in the kitchen, it was like a normal situation. But for a server, I was a server.
Okay.
The guest would only have like 4 options.
Yeah.
So the menu was shit, you know. But in the kitchen, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
Fucking everybody cursing, making fresh shit. And since it was 4-star, it was all higher end shit.
That's sweet.
Do you know where that dispensary is on like 55th and Bell, that Chrome building?
Yeah.
That used to be a barbecue restaurant.
The pits.
The Pits again.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That was your spot?
That was where I worked. One of my buddies worked there for so long. He went on. They had one in Colorado too, and they used to go out there for competitions.
Dope.
Yeah, and that was on Diners Drive-In. What's it called?
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
They were on that show a long time ago.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the fucking owner used to stay in an RV out back.
Yeah. You remember? He still has that fucking pink panel wagon too.
Really?
Yeah, he's got all kinds of shit for that. I don't know what happened to it or why they closed, but
It's weird, man. Restaurants is one of the easiest concepts to make money as an independent business. Just the turnover is so extreme, not only with employees, but if you can yield a profit, bro, and you're good at it, and you get people through the door, you literally only have to have, like, whatever your quota is, you know, however you set up your sales or whatever. let's say you're trying to make, at least $100 a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10 people eating a $10 meal. You know what I mean? You get 10 people through the door, they order a $10 meal, that's $100.
Mhm.
Of course, the scale is higher at a restaurant, but it's the easiest thing to fucking master, dude.
I never thought about it on scale like that.
Just like serving coffee. Starbucks is a billion-dollar company for a reason.
I'm trying to remember. In the back of that restaurant, he had a giant smoker
Nice.
in the restaurant. It was a rotisserie, but it had fucking 8 racks in it,
Jeez, dude.
dude. And I want to say he ran that with fucking wood. I don't know how it was fucking fueled actually.
It's probably wood and charcoal, if not both.
So that's what I'm thinking. Is like the electricity for that wasn't there.
Nope.
So, but we used to have to pull things out of that and pull meat. I was a prep chef for a long time, and then I went to the line and tried working with other people. You know,
Yeah.
there's some guys on a line that can do it, and some
Mhm.
guys that can't.
Yeah, man.
I was either on my own or I wasn't.
Exactly.
I can't do the with people.
It took me a long time to be able to communicate with the other dudes.
That shit's hard.
And I would be on like salads and desserts by myself because it's at your own time.
Yeah.
You're not waiting on anyone else. You're
Yeah.
not waiting on the grill. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing, man.
That coordination is so important, and so many people don't understand that.
You know? And it humbles you, dude.
It fucking does.
Being in the front and the back of the house,
Mm-hmm.
it'll humble you real quick.
One of my fondest memories was getting sharp knives in the mail,
Really?
and I was fucking cleaning beef, dude, and it popped out of the fat and went straight into my hand.
Oh,
Fucking chunked me. Fresh fucking knife.
jeez.
Shut down the kitchen for like 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, because my hand just started bleeding.
Yeah.
It was pretty solid.
That's crazy, man.
I was so baffled by the fact we got knives in the mail.
Yeah,
I was like, what do you mean they're in the mail?
that's cool.
Yeah.
When I was really young, I used to be a dishwasher, and one of the older dudes on the line hated me, and we would just go back and forth for whatever reason. Because I'd come in stoned and shit like that. I was like 15 or 16, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't care. All I have to do is wash these dishes. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll deal with it.
So he hated me because I wouldn't, wash his shit, whatever the case was. And I had maybe a dozen or 15 saute pans, and I was walking up on the line. Behind. I tripped literally on the mats, and I dropped all these pans on his foot, bro. And he was out for months because I literally broke his foot dropping these pans on him.
Whoops.
And so that's why they were like, okay, you're on the line now. You want to take out our people, we can try to teach you. But I was doing salads and desserts because I was like 16.
Yeah.
So they moved everyone to his spot or whatever, and I took over that salad and dessert spot. And it was easy when you're on your own. As soon as I got down to the grill or I got on the pasta station or whatever the case was, extremely hard to try to communicate and time everything with everyone else.
Yeah.
Multitasking 5 or 6 different meals, trying to get it out at the same ticket time. It's a really hard job, man.
It is, and knowing how to, like you said, knowing how to time everything is so crucial.
And timing is the essential thing to life, bro.
Well,
Time-
if you time everything too soon, then you got fucking prepped plates built up,
you know,
and now you got shit all over the fucking place. You do
Yeah.
it too late, then the food gets overcooked. Fuck.
exactly. But timing will definitely teach you about life, man. Everything happens for a reason at the time it's supposed to happen, I believe. You know what I mean? You can try to make that shit happen sooner, or life will put you on pause and it'll happen later. And then you can kind of open your eyes and see, oh man, it wasn't the right time. Oh man, this is the right time. You know what I mean?
Wow, sir.
One of the biggest things I noticed is driving so much. Especially during COVID, I started, restaurants were shut down.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing DoorDash and Instacart. Constantly on the road, just driving all day, every day, 10 hours a day. Go through same intersection 5-6 times one night, and multiple times I would be 3 minutes from where I just was, and I'd come back through that intersection and there'd be a huge fucking crash.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, timing is everything, dude.
Timing is fucking everything.
That's the best example I can give is like, what if I would have stopped and got gas?
Mhm.
What if I didn't make that green light and I was at that first red light before that intersection where the crash was?
It's crazy to think about.
It is.
Because everything that you pass on like that could have been you.
Yeah.
All of 2 minutes earlier, 2 seconds earlier.
Exactly, man.
Well, on that fucking note, I'm going to end this. That was a pretty solid twist, but it was a good ending statement.
Thank you.
So, is there anything that you'd like to plug before we close it out?
Good, man.
Well, your stories are awesome, and that last little twist fucking made for a good ending.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, sir.
It was a pleasure, brother.
Is it something you do again?
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, you heard it here, folks.
We could do story time with Shane.
Story time. Shit. Oh, shit. That's legit.
We could do all kinds of stuff.
I'd do it, man. A little spin-off.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, as always, like, follow, subscribe, smash that follow button on Spotify if you haven't already. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can comment on any of the platforms or email us at meversusmeinfo@gmail.com. And don't forget, we love you.